I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I'm Shane.
And we're back, baby! We're back doing our thing. Maybe you might have noticed, maybe you've seen, but we may or may not have a new logo going around, so it's pretty funky fresh, if I do say so myself. And I'm not saying that because I'm the one that made it, but...
You're probably saying that because you're the one that made it.
Dude, when I was putting it together, I was like, oh, man, if he doesn't like this, I'm going to be so sad because this thing's fucking tight. And then when you're like, yeah, you should add something in the middle, like something, I was like, oh, I got it. Then fucking,
yeah.
Total throwback. Probably what the West Pine logo probably should have looked like if I was competent in what I was doing back then, but it's fine. Here we are.
Don't sell yourself short.
Oh. I've learned a lot though about design and how to do things properly now.
No, look at me. I have art classes.
I'm a fancy learning man. What's your fucking problem, mustache? Huh?
Dude, hey. Don't hate on it, dude, all right?
You're not even on deployment anymore. Why you got the stash out?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to copy you, dude.
Oh, yeah, as much as you can.
Yeah, as much as possible.
Go get a no-shave shit, dude.
Even if I do, I couldn't even grow it out as long as you.
I know.
As long as your shit is.
Oh, man. That'd be so cool if they were just like one day like, you know what? You're probably not going to use a mask. Like, go ahead. Grow it,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember always hearing the wonderful stories of the Australian Navy and all the shit they get to do, allegedly. Like, grow beards and drink beer on the ship. And I'm like, God, we're doing it way wrong.
Because the Australian Navy is only fighting off fucking Somali pirates.
And emus.
Yeah, and emus. So.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, man, those Somali pirates, they're pretty tricky guys sometimes. And if you're hammered and they come up to your ship, what are you going to do? I also heard a rumor that they get paid according to what their, rate is. So, CSs don't get paid the same as what an aircraft mechanic would get paid.
Oh, go figure.
And I'm like, that's a wild concept to me.
Yeah, it really is.
But, in the, I guess I would call it like a conservative approved version of socialism, the military pay structure is, It's like, yeah, I'll get paid the same, fuck it, kind of, for the most part.
Yeah, definitely.
Paid fucking benefits the same, Anyway, that's my tangent. What about our Patreon people? Who we got this week?
Oh, man, we got Adam Pacino, Tony Burgess, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, actually,
he's back,
on the
baby.
list. Yeah, he's on there.
All right.
He made sure to reach out to me and let me know that
as if you were going to see that.
Right.
I love Colby.
So thank you, Colby.
Oh, yeah.
We want to thank Colton Zamersla, Chantel, and Jeremy Brazzers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Sam, I don't know where you are, but just come back.
Yeah,
just give us another chance.
Yeah, we didn't mean it, whatever we did.
Whatever we did.
Yeah. You know what, though? If you want to be one of those cool Patreon people and support us, that'd be great. You go to the Linktree, go to the Patreon, do all the things there. If you don't want to give us X amount of dollars a month, guess fucking what? We have got merch. Now, it's not on stock, I don't have a pile of t-shirts in my bedroom, but we are pursuing this thing through Teespring, got a bunch of designs and stuff loaded up, so hopefully you can find something that you like. I tweak the prices so they're as low as we can possibly make them without not making like half a dollar, you know? So like it's pretty cool. The new logo's on it. There's some stuff with the old logo. There's a fucking puzzle with the old logo, which has got the galaxy behind it. So it seems like it would probably be too complicated for me. But, you know, so we got that stuff going on. And then there will be more designs in the future. But that's the initial wave of it. The stickers, I don't know how to feel about the stickers because it won't show me a picture when you go to look at the preview.
It doesn't show me either.
But I ordered a sample one, so we'll see how that looks. But I already found an alternative that's way cheaper for us.
Okay.
So I think that's what we'll probably end up doing, and then we'll just do the stickers per person, like, you know, how any other podcast probably does it, where they're just like, we actually sell you the stuff instead of it being like, maybe I'll put up like a Etsy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I gotcha.
So yeah, there's all the stuff in there. There's a lot of fun things. That was kind of like the reason why I did the new logo, was to make something hot and fresh for clothes, you know.
Don't worry, if you're looking at the merch store and you're like, where's all the I've had enough merch? Don't worry, we're going to work on that because Levi's so reluctant to put it out there. So if this does well, we'll drop more with I've had enough, because everyone can relate to I've had enough.
Yeah.
And it just being on a shirt or a hoodie.
So it's like halfway done. I have the logo done for the I've had enough, but I haven't put it on anything, mainly because I was like, well, that's too many fucking options, right? But like, there's masks on there. Like, if you still have to wear a mask for whatever reason, I'm like, how fucking funny would an I've had enough mask be?
That'd be pretty great, actually.
Like, because if you're wearing one still, you probably have had enough.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You're sick
You've
of
had
that
enough.
shit. I get it. Yeah, so the puzzle's probably my favorite part, but then there's also like, you can get prints of the old logo, and then there's a metal wall print.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's $25. I'm like, that's kind of fucking sick. So I ordered samples of the sticker and a t-shirt, and hopefully, everything's good with the stickers, because I know that's like a big thing, and that's like the cheapest way to support anybody, is like a fucking sticker.
Honestly, man, that idea that you and Natalie worked on with the galaxy in the lettering, pretty fucking dope.
That's mostly her idea. I'll give her a lot of the brainchild credit on that, because like, I just had the regular West of Nowhere down the long sleeves or down the pant leg. And she was like, put the galaxy in there, and I was like, okay. So I did, and then I also made like a Apple Watch band, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Same kind of thing on there. But anyway, so go to the thing. It's in the link tree. So click that, and then it'll be in there, the store. It'll just say store, because I'm pretty sure you can title it however you want, and that's how it'll be. So there's cool shit. There's just sports bras. Get your fitness on. Some fucking, looks like some really super soft joggers, like men's joggers, and then there's leggings, fanny pack, tip your bartender fanny pack combo with the tip your bartender crop top. You tell me that's not gonna fucking slay at whatever festival you're going to? Come on.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah. So anyway, and there's even a couple hats on there. So anyway, that's what we got for new update stuff.
Yeah.
Figured I'd talk about it at the very beginning while there's still a bunch of people listening.
Yeah, right. Before it tapers off.
Yeah. So anyway, on to the meat and potatoes. This Bud Light thing's still going on, buddy. I gotta tell you, it's a little too aggressive. I thought it was going to be done when I heard that Joe Rogan cracked a Bud Light and laughed at people who were mad about it on his podcast, because, everybody that's mad about it thinks that he's the best right now.
He is the best, okay?
Yeah, so he did that, and then they were like, fuck, I don't know.
No? Okay.
But here's some interesting celebrity conversation about it, or like, I don't know, kind of just people who think they're more important than they are. So Travis Tritt alongside Kid Rock and John Rich kind of were all on like the front, old people kind of thing about it.
Yes.
Travis Tritt had announced that he was not going to be selling Bud Light at his bar, and so John Rich did, or at his concerts, and then John Rich did the same thing, concerts, and then his own personal bar. But then, you know, you kind of walk into this with like all these other beers and whiskeys and liquor have done supportive thing towards the LGBTQ community. So like, it's like a performance thing, right?
I don't know what you can do. Like,
yeah. So Zach Bryan had made a tweet about Travis Tritt.
Oh, okay.
And the people in general being like, fuck that shit. So his tweet reads, I mean no disrespect to anyone specifically. I don't even mind Travis Tritt. I think insulting transgender people is completely wrong because we live in a country where we can all just be who we want to be. It's a great day to be alive, I thought.
So,
fucking got him. So a lot of his fans, I guess, didn't like it, but you know, he says I have family members transitioning, and have blood to defend here. So no one threatened that, basically. Like, this is a personal thing for him, is what he's saying, essentially.
Yeah.
And I guess him and Travis Tritt ended up talking at a festival of some sort. At Texas Music Festival this last Saturday.
Okay.
I actually got to have a conversation. I don't know what the conversation ended up with, but I just thought that was kind of interesting that it happened in general, because like you get these old people who are like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be mad, and I don't want to hear anybody else's opinion about it.
Yeah.
Which is what the entire thing is boiling down to. It's like they don't even understand what's happening. They're like, oh, all of the Bud Light cans are going to have this transgender person on it, which is not the case. It's not even the fucking can that they thought it was. Like, that rainbow can that we thought it was is 2 years old, you know? Like, what the fuck? And so nobody knows what they're mad about. They're just mad to be mad. Right?
Exactly. And then I was watching in the I was reading in the comments about another post about the rainbow can, and specifically because I haven't seen the can with the girl's name. I can't remember her name, but
Dylan,
with her on it. I haven't seen that can, but in the comments there was some chick who was like, I don't care about the can with her face on it, but where's the first responders can? And I was like, dude, shut
they do
the
that,
fuck
though.
up, dude.
Like, they have American flag cans all the time, usually around, I don't know, July 4th. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so stupid because it's like, that's a promotional item. It's not for everybody. It's for literally just her.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. And then, like, you get these people who are like, well, Bud Light's new spokesperson. It's like, that's not even what's happening either. That's a little side advertisement that they're doing. They don't give a shit. They're like, fuck it, we'll give somebody, like, it's a case of beer with their face on it. Cool. Like, it's not that deep, guys. Like, they're just like, cool, we support you, here's a thing, and free advertisement, basically, is what they were thinking. And holy shit, did they get some free advertisement out of it, because
I know.
We've been talking about, nobody's said Bud Light this much in probably 30 years. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very confusing. But so then recently the CEO of Anheuser-Busch has made a statement saying
wow.
Yeah. Basically alluding to the fact that, you know, this isn't the kind of reaction that we wanted. Like, our intent is to have a company that people come together over a drink, over a beverage, over a beer.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And that's what we're about. So, you know, that basically kind of like we're not really like, they didn't apologize or anything, but I just like, focus on building and protecting a remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, and our brands. And that's kind of it. Like, not
How
even
much?
going, nah, sorry, we did that. Like, they're just like, we're just trying to bring people together over beer, man.
Yeah. How much money would you guess that Bud Light's made, the Anheuser-Busch has made off Bud Light in the last 2 weeks?
I don't know. It's funny you bring that up because there's been conflicting things. People, but Anheuser-Busch lost $5 billion in the last week, and then you go and look at their like stock, thing on like Google's fucking stock page, like, and it's up, up 6% or whatever the fuck. Like, so they didn't actually lose that. Like, maybe you're counting that one dip before it came back up, but that could be for fucking any reason,
Because the amount of videos that got posted about people either running over a 12-pack or a case or shooting a bunch of cases, like, they made money off that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All those cases.
It's like, did you ever watch Straight Outta Compton? The movie?
Yeah.
Where, like, they're driving by people, or no, they're just at a press conference and they're like, oh my God, they're destroying them. You're like, what do you think about they're destroying your albums and stuff? He's like, I don't care. They bought those motherfuckers. They can do whatever they want with them. Like, cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And it's very like the go woke, go broke crowd. That's like their tagline now. It's like, okay, the last company that you got mad about, who was that? Nike? Yeah, they're suffering real bad. Like, Carhartt, they still seem to be around. I don't know.
Man, Carhartt,
Disney?
I forgot all about that.
Poor Disney. They haven't even released any movies in the last 30 seconds, so it's like, it's just...
They are doing real bad.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the drama between them and Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis.
Oh, that's right, because they were like, because the whole like theme park like shit, right?
Yeah, so it originally stemmed from Disney saying we're not going to donate to any politician who supports the Don't Say Gay bill, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of like a throwback a little bit. Well, ever since then, Ron DeSantis has like been anguished by Disney as a whole and has been trying to come up with any way possible to fuck them over, which is, I guess it seems like a good, like, fight the good fight kind of thing, because part of you goes, fucking evil corporations, man, but then the other party goes, yeah, but it's like capitalism. You got to let them do what they want to do, right? Because that's how it is. You got to let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like trying to have this like special committee come down on Disney and do XYZ, whatever. Well, then Disney ended up like filing this paperwork like literally the day before this committee would start, basically giving them like carte blanche on whatever this fucking thing was, right?
Yeah.
So Ron DeSantis was like, you know what? We're gonna put a fucking state prison right next to Disney. And it's just like, remember having those fake arguments with like your friends when you're real little and you're like trying to out imagine the other person,
Right?
Like, well, I'm gonna hit you with a baseball bat. Well, I'm gonna hit you with a car. Well, I'm gonna hit you with the moon. Like that kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
it just seems like that kind of thing where they're both like, just fuck you. And honestly, if you put a state prison right next to Disney, I don't even think that would affect them at all. Like, they just put a giant something in the way. Like, they just build something.
They just build a wall.
They just build a fucking wall, baby. Mexico would pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's very weird because, the limited government Republican Ron DeSantis is like, we got to tell this company how they should do things. It's like, okay. So anyway, there's been some theories about what could possibly happen with this rivalry going on, because Ron DeSantis obviously is going to try to use every possible inch of his power within the government, but Disney has like like buy the world kind of money, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so it's like, and it's not even the money on top of it, but it's the connections that they have so deeply entrenched in the state of Florida, first of all, because like when that shit was going down, like you gotta give him credit. Like Disney, that dude, Walt Trip, he was a business savvy motherfucker, and he was
Yeah.
like, we're gonna make this shit fucking happen, whether you like it or not. And so there's a lot of like, I don't know. Like, did you listen to the Disney episode of the Time Suck?
No, I
Well,
need to, I guess.
It's pretty interesting, but basically, like, just the power that that company has from almost a century of, you know, like dominance of
Yes.
the media as a whole, and like, especially the foothold they have on the state of Florida. Like, Disney pulls out of Florida, puts it in wherever. Like, that will fuck that economy up so hard because there's people who go to other shit in Florida specifically just because they're going to Disney. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
there's hotels that'll be just trashed, like vacations trashed. Like, if all that money goes to, I don't know, fucking Arizona or something, I don't know where they would put
Ooh.
it, but like, you know what I mean? That's, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm kind of wondering how this the primaries are gonna play out because you're gonna have Ron DeSantis obviously running, Donald Trump maybe running if he's legally allowed to. I don't know. We'll see. But like, and then those two are gonna be fucking fighting each other the whole time. And then whatever happens from this shit, like maybe Disney finds some dirt on old Ronnie. You know, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No,
Anything's possible.
if he ends up being able to run, I'm pretty sure what'll happen is like they'll fight all the way up until
Suck each other
like
off at the last
right,
debate.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Right until the last debate, and then they'll just be like, yeah, that guy. No, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just like how Trump like made fun of Ted Cruz's wife, and then Ted Cruz was like, I'm not gonna talk about my wife that way. And then when he had to leave the primary and then support Trump, it was like, okay, Reek, like calm down. Like,
I mean, is DeSantis more well spoken than Trump is?
I don't know. I haven't actually heard him talk, which is weird.
Because I think that'll be a deciding factor.
Yeah, because if Trump can just talk shit on him like he does everybody else, I think that would be. But the crazy thing is, because like, he's a Florida dude, and you know how Florida people are fucking insane, right? And but like that's people see that connection, like Florida DeSantis, but then Trump Mar-a-Lago, Florida, you know.
Yeah.
So that's gonna split a base hard. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that DeSantis takes Florida's vote for sure, hands down.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not want if you love the governor, and then now he's trying to run the country, you're like, yo. Well, he's made Florida amazing. He can do the same with the country.
I think that the problem is going to come from the fact that people are going to see his success as attributed because maybe, like, I don't know, there's probably, I don't know this for a fact, but maybe Trump endorsed him at one point.
Oh.
And so they're like, that's why Trump picked him. Like, even though that's not even probably how it happened.
Yeah, definitely not.
But you've talked to these people. They're, you know, they're like, yeah, just our overlord. Like, with the goddamn flags and shit. I don't know. It blows my mind.
After watching that documentary called This Place Rules.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not even
possible.
sure. Dude, yeah.
You're not even sure what?
I'm just not even sure that those people live in the same country that I live in.
Dude, it's so bonkers. Like, I don't know. I see some crazy shit on the internet, obviously, but like, yeah, there's some people who are just out of their fucking minds. Like, Like the dude who was like mad that Obama wasn't around during 9/11 was like, yeah, he wasn't president then, man. But he's like, I'd like to know where he's at. Like, why
Yeah, where
wasn't
was he?
there?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, grad school. I don't. Fuck. No, I can't. I don't know where he was, but
He was a senator.
yeah, in 2001.
Pretty sure he was.
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll come back to that.
We'll go with that. Hey, hey.
Hey.
Remember all those briefings where they're like, "Hey, don't sell secrets to China that you've sat through." You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yep. I've said. Yep.
So apparently, this guy, member of the U.S. National Air National Guard,
Oh. Okay.
has been accused of leaking top secret military intelligence online. So,
Like on accident or on purpose?
on purpose.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I guess the leaked documents were believed to be the most serious U.S. security breach since more than 700,000 documents videos were leaked in WikiLeaks.
Yeah.
And then the Pentagon said that it was a deliberate and criminal act. Now, this guy, the leak suspect, this Air National Guardman, he shared a bunch of shit on Discord with some people, and that's where he did his leaking, which is kind of odd, I guess. Like,
Okay.
like I get it that could probably be accessed from like a lot of people. Like it's not the most like security tight thing, but he's in a group, a Discord server called Thug Shaker Central. And then one of the other Discord members came out and was like talking about it anonymously
Yeah.
and said that this Thug Shaker Central is people who talk about their favorite types of guns, and then shared some racist and anti-Semitic memes and jokes. So, pretty cool. There's also a thread in the subreddit for Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Oh, great.
So it's just a continuous thing about updates and stuff. And yeah, so anyway, this is the group that this guy's sharing these things in, which is hilarious. But
Yeah.
yeah, so this dude, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm not even gonna try, but it's Teixeira.
Yeah. Tinkerbell. Got it.
Yeah, Jack is his first name. He had joined the military, but then in recent months had become disillusioned and began to express regret about joining. So,
Okay.
yeah. And then like another person in the group, I guess, had brought up maybe joining the military, and I guess this Jack guy was like said that he'd kick his ass if he even thought about joining, which is very tough.
Okay. Yeah. That's a little extreme.
Yeah. He was Airman First Class at the 102nd Intelligence Wing at Otis Air National Guard Base, which I don't know what Airman First Class is. Is that E4?
I think it's an E4.
Yeah. But the 102nd Intelligence Wing seems like a really bad place for a guy to work who is leaking stuff. So
Yeah.
it doesn't say what kind of things that he leaked, but that, he had leaked stuff. Pretty cool. So I don't know. I think about sometimes the security briefs that we would have like during our random safety stand downs,
Yeah.
They're just like, hey man, don't sell stuff to China. There was this one guy that did it one time. Please don't do that. And I'm like,
please don't do that.
Is that something that like is gonna happen? I don't get it. Nobody ever approached me online or in person ever.
Yeah.
And they made it seem it's like when you're little and you train for fire, fire drills all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, I've never been in one fucking fire like this whole time. Like when are they supposed to happen? I thought they were gonna happen a lot. Like that's the feeling I had. It's like nobody once has asked me to sell them information.
Yeah. Well, do you remember like in cartoons when we were younger? Maybe not for you so much, but for me, I remember Quicksand used to be.
Oh yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah, Quicksand, the Bermuda Triangle. Forget about that, dude.
Right? Don't fly over there; you'll never come back.
Yeah, like, okay, guess I won't.
So, and so I assumed once I got older that Quicksand was just going to be a part of like nature
every day. Yeah, like on your way to work, step in some quicksand.
Dude, I get like I remember being like 9 or 10 and getting like anxiety, like being in the woods and like seeing some stuff that may have like looked a little bit like quicksand to me and being like,
or like. When you go to the lake and it's wet sand right by the shore, and you're like,
yep.
This is it. So
you start to sink like a half inch. You're like, yo, years of cartoons have prepared me for this. Like, I'm going
Tell
out, you
everybody
guys.
I love you. I'm gone. Quicksand
I'm
got
here.
me.
Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly the feeling. Like, I just don't understand why. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But he's an Air National Guard guy, so maybe he's got. I don't know. Those people are always kind of a little weird, right? Like not you'd have to be.
I only know one person, 2 people in the Air National Guard.
Yeah, I know one like that I've seen in person, and then I have another one I'm friends with on Facebook.
You met someone in Virginia too.
That's
that was
the
Air
one that I
National
know
Guard.
in person.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one's just a Facebook friend, and I don't know. She's posted she's driving on the Autobahn the other day. So I don't know what the fuck they do there, but they sell secrets and they drive fast as shit. I don't know.
That's exactly what they do. Yeah, they sell secrets.
Anyway,
I love it.
Yeah. That's all they do. Dude. So I know you were in Japan a little while ago, but
I was, yeah.
I got a story from South Korea that kind of makes me want to move to South Korea. Check this out. South Korea is paying lonely young people $500 a month to re-enter society.
What do you mean?
So around 3.1% of Koreans aged 19 to 39 are reclusive, lonely young people, and defined as living in a limited space in a state of being disconnected from the outside for more than a certain period of time, and notably having have noticeable difficulty in living a normal life. Which, like, I mean, 3% is not that much, but like,
right? Yeah.
It just makes it sound like they're just a bunch of hermits living, a bunch of like Ted Kaczynski in Montana, no, fuckers.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's fucking gamers.
Oh yeah. Oh. God,
it's gamers, bro.
About that.
They're just.
I thought they were all just scared of quicksand.
No, probably. I'm terrified of quicksand.
I can't go. I can't go to see
okay. I'll tell you this, right? So the other day I was looking for a new gaming chair on Amazon, and I found this fucking gaming chair called the Scorpion. You sit in the chair, right? And the screens are right above your face.
Oh, yeah.
Because the back of the chair comes up and is the mount for the TVs. Bro, if I had that chair...
You would never leave anywhere.
Never. I mean, I guess I'd have to get up and go to the bathroom, but I'm sure we could figure out a way around that.
Yeah, get a tube in there.
That's what those dudes in Korea are doing. Who do you think makes those chairs? The Koreans.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and they're always the ones beating my ass when I play Call of Duty too.
Bro,
so it's like,
sons of bitches, and your fucking 1 millisecond ping.
Yeah, like
bastards.
Bros are just plugged in straight to straight to the mainframe and just whooping my ass. Like,
straight to the internet. They're plugged in straight in. That main line that runs
The
around the
main-
whole world. The main internet line.
Yeah. You know all those lines that go around the globe? That's the internet line. They're plugged right into it.
Yeah. Fuckers.
Yeah. So, I guess there's... So that 3.1% is around 338,000 people across the country.
Okay.
With 40% beginning their isolation in adolescence. Video game time, baby. Various factors are thought to be at play, including financial hardship, mental illness, family problems, or health challenges.
Ooh.
And here's the thing. What's $500 a month going to do? I guess I don't know how far it goes in South Korea, but I can't imagine it goes very, very far because it's only $500.
I want to say their conversion rate is even better. So, like, in Japan, $5 was like 500 yen.
Right.
Roughly.
Right.
So, I think that in Korea, $500 is like 5,000, I think it's won.
Yeah.
That's got to be a decent. 5,000 won's got to be a lot.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. $5 is 5,000 won, I'm pretty sure.
Shit.
I bet.
So it says the monthly allowance will be available to reclusive, lonely young people aged 9 to 24 who live in a household earning below the median income, which is $4,100 a month. Yeah. So they're like, we have this 3.1%, which is 19 to 39, but we're gonna pay people 9 to 24.
So,
which is, I guess, to prevent it from happening. I guess maybe I don't know. Anyway, moving to South Korea. So
$500 US is 659,769 and 79 won.
Whoa.
0.79.
Okay.
I don't know what there is. So yeah, 659,769 won.
Whoa. So
that's a lot. That's a lot of won.
So, funnily enough, that I mentioned Japan just because you had been there, but Japan has a similar problem with nearly 1.5 million reclusive, lonely young people who are known as hikikomori, according to a recent government survey, and the phrase was coined in Japan as early as the 1980s, but then obviously COVID had spiked it back up, which makes sense. Video games and the pandemic. So, anyway, I kind of mentioned Ted Kaczynski in Montana.
You did?
I did for like half a second because I was imagined all these South Korean people like that. Well, Montana is subject of our next story. Montana is the first state to pass its TikTok ban. So,
what?
If signed into law by Governor Greg Giaforte, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it seems like it should be pronounced that way. Anyway, the ban could come in effect in January. The next one. We're not going back in time, but
yeah.
Yeah. The company has suggested that it would take legal action to fight the Montana bill, which makes sense.
So, here's my thing. Does that mean if you're a resident of Montana, you can't have the app?
So, the bill would prevent you from getting the app anymore, but if you already have it, you're safe, which is confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So violations of the bill could carry a penalty of up to $10,000.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, how would they know you downloaded it in Montana? Because what's stopping you from driving over the line and downloading it and then driving back into Montana?
That's a good point.
And having it?
Yeah, I don't know.
This seems like an arbitrary law.
Yeah. So it also says that the penalties apply to companies rather than individual users. So does that mean...
Oh, the internet company will get fined.
Yeah, like your phone bill. So, like, Verizon just gets a $10,000 fucking fine for every time somebody downloads TikTok. Dude, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Or maybe like the app stores, I guess, like Google or Apple, right? I'm sure there's kind of there's something that they gotta go, oh yeah, we fucking downloaded in this geographical region. But that's kind of whack if you ask me. I mean,
Yeah, it's weird.
like I get it, it's a Chinese company and we've been having this deal forever, and I thought Trump was gonna try to ban it, and then he was like, we're good now, and then now we're not good anymore. I don't understand what's happening. It's just the way it is, man.
It is the way it is.
Yeah. You know, Chinese TikTok people think that it's a spy app, right? Meanwhile, we have all these balloons flying all over the place. There's also been some leaked documents about 4 additional Chinese spy balloons that the U.S. intelligence knew about, which I think is probably the point, right? Like, if we knew about it, the military, the intelligence community knew about them, then they're probably not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw something the other day, it was a while ago, but they were talking about the balloons and whatever, and they had mentioned something that I had thought about when the first thing that came into my head, which is they probably jammed it, right? Like,
yeah,
like immediately. And somebody had said that, and I was like, I knew I wasn't crazy for thinking that, but like, that seems to be the most like initial thing that they were like, we'll just fucking jam the thing until it's fried, and then fuck them.
Yeah.
And let it fly as long as they want. And, oh, we didn't see it until it got to Montana. Like, when literally, like, you have the guys who are like, we watched it launch, like, which means as soon as it got out of Chinese airspace, they jammed it. Like, there's no way they didn't.
100%.
Anyway, so I just saw that, and I was like, yeah, obviously, like, we're not gonna say that we saw every single one of them, because it's 3D chess, you know. You say you saw one, you didn't see that one, make them think you're dumber than you are.
Yeah.
It's like when you let a guy, you know, when you're in a
Do
serious
anal, yeah.
fight. No, when you're boxing, because everybody's a boxer that listens to this show,
Yes.
including us. Like, you let somebody hit you with one thing because you're like, well, I'm just gonna fucking swing this as soon as it hits, and you're fucked. Like, you know, it's strategery, as George W. Bush would call it.
Yeah, he would. Oh, W.
W. Yeah. Okay. So last fucking thing, I promise.
Hurry up.
We didn't talk about this when it happened, but
Yeah.
the founder of Cash App was stabbed to death. I don't know if you remember, see anything about that.
No.
Yeah. So the founder of Cash App, Bob Lee, not Bobby Lee, but Bob Lee,
Got it.
was stabbed by an IT consultant near downtown San Francisco after he got into an argument over the suspect's sister. So the guy who stabbed him, sister's, I guess, the subject of this.
Okay.
And yeah, so he drove Lee, the founder of Cash App, to a secluded area and stabbed him 3 times with a 4-inch kitchen knife, including twice in the chest, which is aggressive. Yeah. Anyway.
Nobody's gonna bang my sister but me. Get in the car.
That's kind of what it seems like. I mean, it's super wild. Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah.
it's like just a weird, like, kind of relationship drama thing, but it's just so crazy because it's. First of all, I didn't know that there was a founder for Cash App. I thought that was like a random, like, company generated thing. They're like, you know what, we got this other thing. Second of all, now he's dead, so wild.
It's a
shit.
rough life, yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got.
All right, on the Billboard 200 this week, number 1 for 6 weeks running, One Thing at a Time by Morgan Wallen. Number 2, we got Hope by NF. It's second week at number 2.
Oh, shit, okay.
Number 3, Midnights by Taylor Swift. Number 4, SOS by SZA. Number 5, Portals by Melanie Martinez. No clue who that is.
God, her name sounds familiar. I'm blanking on it right now.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. Number 6, Dangerous double album, Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
It's 2 albums up there.
Yeah.
Just running it. At number 7, Getting Old by Luke Combs. And then a re-entry. That's what it has here, so I'm not really sure. But Meteora by Linkin Park.
Let's go.
Number 8.
All right.
Phenomenal album.
Yep.
Number 9, Heroes and Villains by Metro Boomin. And then up back into number 10 spot, Un Viernes Sin Ti by Bad Bunny.
Just a quick thing on the Linkin Park. Have you seen the fucking trash opinions people are sharing about Linkin Park?
No.
They're like, oh, Linkin Park's just X version of like Nickelback, basically. Like, I'm like, what? What is happening right now? I don't think that's accurate at all. I would never compare them in any fashion, not in amount of success or fan base or type of like style. Like there's no comparison.
No, there really isn't. No.
And I'm not even the biggest Linkin Park fan, but I know differences, and I would never ever go that fucking basically just like the goddamn Nickelback. Like,
goddamn,
I believe you get killed for less than that.
Wow. No, yeah, dude. Oh man, no, yeah, their first 2 albums, amazing.
Yeah,
like amazing. And then of course they have good music on their later albums.
It starts to slow down a little bit, but
Meteora was peak Linkin Park.
Yeah.
That entire album is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And if you think they're even anything like Nickelback, which to be fair, Nickelback's not that bad. They're not the same. You can't compare. It's apples to oranges.
It's so different. I don't understand like why. I saw that and I just got mad immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I would have got angry.
The stupidest thing.
I just strongly thought about leaving a comment.
Which is wild because you don't comment on like fucking anything. So that's how you know.
Oh man, we want to thank our friends, the Dutch and Denver podcast, No New Friends podcast, Kicking It with the Kellys in the Remedy Room.
Yeah.
All of their links are on our website because I looked at it again recently, and you can find them through our website to get to them, or you can just look them up.
Yep.
I can't think of anything. Go check out our merch.
Yeah. Buy the stuff.
Hoodie.
Look at the stuff. Smell the stuff. Lick the stuff. Whatever.
Put in the comments about how you wish that there was stuff that said "I've had enough" on there. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Comment about how
much you've had enough.
How enough you've had it. But yeah, that's it though.
That's it.
Well, now I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.